Hey guys, welcome to our first episode of Body Designer TV. My name is Aaron Garza. I'm the Director of Operations, the founder here at Pump 24 Hour Training Mecca in McAllen, Texas. And we're really excited to get this video blog started. We realize we have so much information about nutrition, training, supplementation, workouts, how to lose weight, how to get in shape faster, all these things, and it's just too much to try and write about them and get them out into the public without doing something that's a little bit more technologically advanced, like a video blog. So this is our first blog. We're really excited. We think we've got a big future with this, and I hope you'll stick with us here at our YouTube channel, Mr. Body Designer. Some of the things we're going to be doing, I'd say 60 to 70% of what we're going to be speaking about has to do with changing the body, but not just changing the body, also changing the mind too. We're going to look at different workouts. We're going to look at supplements, how they help, which ones are for real, which ones aren't for real, and just the most effective, foolproof, fastest, no BS ways to get your body in shape and get you going in 2010. So this being the first episode, what I'd like to do is let you females out there in on is a little secret called circuit training that most people do, but I'm going to give you a couple different variations that no matter what gym you're at, no matter where you're at, you can do, even if you're at home. So let's go ahead and jump into this first episode. We'll go over to one of our gym areas on the other side of the plaza here, which is our Pump Diva area, specifically where females work out, and we'll get started, okay? Hey guys, okay, I'm back. I got my training gear on. We're ready to do this circuit workout. Now, the reason I picked this for episode 1 is because I get a lot of people who ask me the question, is circuit workout, is it really effective? Am I doing something for my body? I like to say yes. And why? Because we're using two pathways, two very progressive pathways to do two different things. Number one, we're using our aerobic capacity by going through stations at a very fast rate to burn body fat. Number two, we're using the anaerobic capacity to build, strengthen, and modify lean tissue in your body so you look good and you have a nice, clean, toned physique. Now, the question that comes up, especially among females, is, Aaron, am I gonna get big? Am I gonna put on all these muscles? No, you're not. Don't let that stray you or get you scared, because your body's not designed to put on muscle tissue. You don't have some of the principal hormones like testosterone that men have, which do allow them to put muscle tissue on. In fact, by adding lean muscle tissue to your body in a very slow rate and tightening and firming your body, you're gonna have a really pleasant body. You're gonna look tight and lean and toned once you lose body fat. A lot of people will go on diet plans, and regardless, they don't do any exercise, they don't do any weight training, and they end up being a smaller version of themselves. They've lost weight, but they lost tissue too, muscle tissue. So you see them, and it doesn't really look like they've changed their body much. And what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna change the body composition, put lean muscle on, drop body fat. So before I get started, first thing I always like to have my clients do is about 5 to 10 minutes on an elliptical or a treadmill. So let me go over here and do that. Now, after I've done my cardio, did a little bit, about 5 or 10 minutes, just go ahead and stretch for a little bit, you know? Let your hands stretch, get your arms warm, even do some cross-body motions, maybe some twists. The idea is to just make sure all your muscles are prepped and they're ready to go. Don't just jump into anything, you know, get warm. Now, once you're warmed up, what I want you to do is pick 4 exercises for your upper body. I would recommend using the ones that I show you because they incorporate more than one muscle group, and you're gonna get a better response. But if you can't, or you don't have the facility that carries the equipment that I've got, then simply pick 4 of your own upper body exercises. So let's go ahead and start with those 4. Number 1, shoulder press. What you want to do with shoulder press is make sure that you get about 15 to 20 reps, moderately fast, at a good progression. Once I'm done with shoulder press, then I go to my second exercise, chest press. Same thing with chest press. You want to go at a moderate progression, make sure you're using a weight that's giving you some resistance that you can get about 15 to 20 reps for, but not something so heavy that you're straining. Remember, I'm shooting for about 20 reps on each of these exercises. Now, the idea is to go from one exercise to the next without any rest. Boom. This exercise was a shoulder exercise, and this exercise was a chest exercise. Now, I'm gonna do one for my back. My next exercise is a back row. This is third in my upper body workout. Now, I can use an overhand up top grip, or I can use an underhand grip on the bottom. Just depends on how I feel that day. Of course, 20 reps is what I'm going for. Not a huge amount of weight, but just enough to give me the progression I needed. This is my third exercise. For my last exercise, I'm gonna do a bicep movement. Now, the reason I don't do a tricep movement is because with my pushing exercise, I already hit my triceps. So let me go get my bicep workout. What I'm doing here are one-handed dumbbell curls. Again, use a weight that you can get about 20 reps on each arm for. Notice that I'm going really nice and slow. My heart rate's up. I can tell that my breathing is starting to increase because I haven't taken any rest in between the last 3 exercises. Again, this is my last exercise for my 4 upper body movements. Okay, now I've done my 4 upper body movements. Remember, I started with my shoulders, my chest, then I went to my back row, and then I finished with my bicep curls. Those are my 4 exercises. I want to do about 20 reps of moderately heavy weight, not too heavy, but enough to give my muscle a little bit of resistance. I did 4 exercises. Now, I'm gonna rest for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Okay, now that I've rested, I've given myself about 1.5 minutes, I'm gonna start doing my 4 exercises for my lower body. The first one that I'm gonna do is especially good for women, is with a wide stance, my feet pointed out a little bit, and I'm really working on squeezing my glutes on this exercise. I know that sounds cheesy for you guys watching, but it really works for females. All I'm doing is to come down and then come up and squeeze. Let the dumbbell fall right between your legs and squeeze. Again, I'm gonna go for about 20 reps here, just enough weight so that my muscle is being tensed, so that my muscle's feeling a little bit of progressive resistance, but not enough so that I can't do the weight. Females, pick a weight that you can do about 20 reps for. Now, once I've done my 20 reps, I move over to my next lower body exercise. Since I designed this circuit specifically for females, I'm gonna use a machine that I really think works great for females, targeting the glute and ham area. Now, some gyms don't have this machine, but I've got one in my Diva training area simply because it's one of the best machines for your glutes and thighs ever developed. It's the Maxim Butt Blaster. What I do is I come over here on this machine, I put one leg on the foot pedal and work each glute one at a time. When I finish that leg, I go to the second leg. Again, as with all the other exercises, make sure and use a weight that's not too heavy, but a weight that'll allow you to do about 20 reps and start getting your heart pumping, and also a weight that you can feel your legs working. Butt Blaster by Maxim, about 20 reps per side, okay? That's number 2. Now number 3 is going to be the hamstring curl. Seated hamstrings are great. Takes a lot of pressure off your lower back. Simply come in, lock the weight, and squeeze. Again, 20 reps is what you're going for. Once you're done, you still got one more exercise for the lower body. This was number 3. Again, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna find a bench,